Hello children, welcome back to yet another LRC session on Stories All the Way. I hope you have been enjoying listening to all the stories that I have been narrating to you. Today I have come with one more new story for all of you, and that is Up and Down by Oliver Jeffers. But before I begin reading this book, I want to tell you a little bit about the author, Mr. Oliver Jeffers. So here is a picture of Mr. Oliver Jeffers. Let me tell you children, he is not only the author, but he is also the illustrator of all his books. He began his career by writing the book How to Catch a Star. In this book, he created the character of the boy. He went on to writing the book The Way Back Home. And then he wrote his third book, Lost and Found, where he introduced one more character, the penguin. The book Up and Down is a sequel to the book Lost and Found. In this book, there are two friends who do almost everything together until the penguin decides to spread his wings. But will the boy be there to catch him when he falls? Let's find out as we do a read aloud of the book Up and Down by Oliver Jeffers. Up and Down by Oliver Jeffers. Once there were two friends, a boy and the penguin. And they always did everything together until one day the penguin decided there was something important he wanted to do all by himself. Well, they did have a lot of fun together. They played musical instruments together. They played the backgammon together. In fact, that was their favorite game. The penguin wanted to fly. He did own wings after all, even if they didn't work very well. Although that didn't stop the penguin from trying and trying, but nothing worked. And it wasn't long before he ran out of ideas. The boy even offered him a go in his plane, but the engine hadn't recovered from its last flight. And besides, it wasn't the same. The penguin wanted to do this by himself. After doing a bit of homework, it seemed as though the odds were against him. They did some research and they realized that it was not going to be possible for the penguin to fly. So, together, the boy and the penguin decided it was time to ask for help. I wonder where they went for help. Oh, to the zoo. Oh, to ask the birds. That is smart. When something caught the penguin's eye, and he knew this was his chance. What is the penguin looking at? Oh, it's a poster. And what is the title? Ever Dreamed of Flying? I'm sure that is going to be helpful for the penguin. In his excitement, he rushed up without a word. The boy didn't know where he had gone. The boy looked everywhere and even thought he'd found his friend for a second. Yeah, there are a lot of penguins that look alike. Although none of these penguins knew how to play his favorite game. Meanwhile, the penguin had found the right place and he was hired on the spot. Soon he'd get to fly. But suddenly he realized he didn't know where his friend was or how he would get home. Later that night, the penguin couldn't help but miss his friend. Likewise, the boy could barely sleep for worrying about his friend. The next day, the boy tried to think of all the places the penguin would go, when something caught his eye too. Oh, another poster, which shows that the penguin was going to be shot from a cannonball. The boy didn't have much time. The penguin's big moment had come, but somehow he wasn't so sure about flying anymore. He wished the boy were there and even wondered if his friend had noticed he had gone. But it was too late for thoughts like that. Bam! He took off like a bullet. The boy rushed in hoping he could still catch his friend. Quickly, he bought a ticket and ran inside. The penguin couldn't believe how high and how fast he was flying, and he had no idea how he was going to land. He was terrified and wished his friend was there to help him. In the meanwhile, the boy tried every possible thing to be able to help his friend. The pillow, the net, the trampoline. In the end, he just lifted his arms and waited for his friend to drop into them. The boy was there to catch him. The friends agreed that there was a reason why his wings didn't work very well. Because penguins don't like flying. So, together the two friends made a break for home to play their favorite game. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story of Up and Down by Oliver Jeffers. It is a wonderful story that brings out the importance of friendship. It tells us no matter what, our true friends are always there to catch us when we fall. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I enjoyed narrating it to you. Don't forget to tap on that like button so that I know how many of you have listened to the story and enjoyed it. Until next week, bye bye.